Good morning, class 7. Today our topic is chapter 2, atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is the envelope of gases that surrounds the earth. It is a protective layer of gases surrounding our planet Earth. Atmosphere works as the producer of the weather and protector of the life on Earth. Widest of all the four realms, it extends more than 1600 kilometers into the space. The gravitational pull of the earth holds the atmosphere in its place. That's why we are able to live in this earth. This atmosphere acts as a protective layer to earth. As this layer have different gases, it helps the earth by keeping temperature within a relatively small range. However, air does not absorb much of the insulation. Its components, the atmosphere have components like water vapor, dust particles, and a form of oxygen which is known as ozone. These things protect the earth. Ozone protects the earth by blocking the harmful sun rays, which is, as you can hear nowadays, which is becoming thinner, or there is a hole in the ozone layer. That's why ultraviolet rays are destroying the earth. So this is that ozone layer which we talk about or you hear about. Atmosphere is a great significance as it makes life possible on earth. Without atmosphere, no life would have been possible. The composition of atmosphere is different types of gases, water particles, vapors and dust particles. The composition of gases, here you can see nitrogen is most, then is oxygen, then comes other gases. Okay. According to the location, like it is near the sea level, it is denser and it becomes thinner as we move at a higher altitude. Earth's atmosphere is composed of, just now I told, nitrogen, oxygen and other gases. The rest of the gases, which are less than 1%, contain small but important work is there of these gases in the atmosphere, including water vapor, dust particles, ozone and carbon dioxide. This affects all these gases, they do affect the atmosphere of the, climate of the earth, not atmosphere, because we are studying atmosphere. Atmosphere can be divided into layers determined by the way temperature changes with height. Just now I told, with the rising of altitude, the temperature changes. So, starting, as you have earlier read about it in your chemistry book also, or somewhere else in science, that's the layer's name. The present atmosphere is completely different from the atmosphere that used to be existing in the earth. When the planet first cooled down, that is about 4.4 billion years ago, volcanoes swept down outstream carbon dioxide and ammonia, and it was 100 times as dense as today's atmosphere is. Scientists have identified 5 different layers of atmosphere. They classified this atmosphere on the basis of density and temperature. The higher the layer varies according to season and latitudes. Each layer has a identified zone of marked change relating to its temperature and composition. These boundaries between layers are referred as pores. Five layers of atmosphere are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Every sphere have own duty and own speciality. So we will talk. Okay, troposphere. This is the lowest most layer of the earth, which is close to the surface. Troposphere extends from the ground, this is the ground, to above 10 kilometers, 6 miles high, ranging from about 6 kilometers, 4 miles of the poles, or more than 16 kilometers at the equator. The top of the troposphere is higher in summer than in winter. Most of the mass of the atmosphere is in the troposphere. Okay. Since water vapor and dust particles are present in this layer, all weather occurs within this layer. Here the air is warmest and the bottom of the troposphere is ground level. Higher up in the as the altitude rises, it gets cooler. Air pressure and the density of the air also become less at high altitudes. Air in the troposphere thins as latitude decreases. There are fewer molecules of oxygen at the top of the Mount Everest. Then mountaineers often use canisters of oxygen when they are climbing by a road or by their trekking. It becomes hard for the mountaineer to breathe when they reach at the top, as the altitude already okay. Now here at Mount Everest there is more oxygen than at the beach of Goa. Due to this reason, mountaineers often use oxygen cylinders for climbing all peaks. The boundary between these two, troposphere and stratosphere, is tropo. Here there is a gap, and that is known as tropopause.